Hello, good morning students, welcome back. Yesterday we had started with the lesson. The name of our lesson is Sultan Ghiyasuddin in the Qazi's court. Correct? Why Sultan Ghiyasuddin was called in Qazi's court? Because Sultan Ghiyasuddin, when he Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah, who is the king of eastern province of Bengal, he was a very good ruler, and he never he was very wise and well behaved person with his kingdom. Correct or not? People, those who lived in his kingdom, he was very good natured and he respected men of learning, and he had deep regard for law. Whatever rules were made by the Qazis, or you can say whatever rules were made in kingdom, he followed those rules wisely. Correct? One day then when he was practicing, when Sultan Ghiyasuddin was practicing bow and arrow, at that time what happened? He hurted the only son of a widow. Correct or not? Widow means what I told you, the woman who doesn't has husband. Correct or not? And she had only one son, and that son was hurted by Sultan Ghiyasuddin when he was practicing bow and arrow. And not only the son was hurted, but because of the practice of Sultan Ghiyasuddin, the only son of widow was killed. Correct or not? He was dead. And then widow went in the Qazi's court and did complaint of Sultan. And then Qazi told a person, he had summoned summoned means what? The person was sent to the Sultan palace of Sultan and with a written notice. Written notice means what? Summons. Correct or not? Summon and summons. I have told you meaning of these two words yesterday. Then the written notice was given, but soldiers or guards, those who were standing on the gate, they did not allow the summon to enter inside and give message to Sultan that Qazi had called you in his court. Okay, because there was a complaint of widow that Sultan has killed my son. Then what happens further now? What that soldier is going to do, or the person who is going to give that written notice to Sultan Ghiyasuddin, that we are going to study. Okay, now here it is. The officer was now in a fix. The guards did not allow him to enter the palace, but he knew that he could not return without serving the summons. The Qazi would not take him back. He had to find a way of reaching the Sultan somehow. What would he do now? He thought and thought. At last, he began to sound the azan, the call for the prayer, loudly, just outside the palace. It was not yet time for the prayer. When the Sultan heard the loud, untimely call, he was greatly surprised. He ordered that the man giving the call should be brought before him immediately. Now just see what trick this soldier used. The person who was going to give written notice to Sultan, the guards on the gate of palace did not allow him to go inside the palace and give that message, or send the message, or give that message to Sultan. Then he was knowing that if that messenger was knowing that if he will go back to Qazi will not allow him to come back. He will send the messenger again back to Sultan Ghiyasuddin's palace. So he used one trick. What was that trick? He started the call of azan, because azan is a prayer of Muslims, and that prayers are said at some particular time. Correct or not? Morning 5 o'clock there is an azan, evening 5 o'clock is azan, and I think so evening 5 or 6 o'clock there is an azan. Okay, I think so 3 or 4 times it is there in a day, or two times I know, perfect 2 times it is there, evening 5 o'clock and morning 5 o'clock. So then when in between only he started azan, which was very odd time. And then Sultan Ghiyasuddin, when he heard the call of azan, at that time he said that, who is that person? Please bring that person before me, or bring that person in front of me. I want to know why he is saying this prayer at odd time. Okay, so what happens further, that we are going to see. His soldiers rushed out of the palace gates. What happened? His soldiers rushed out of the palace gates, caught the officer and took him to the Sultan within moments. What they did, guards went out on the gates of the palace, and what they did, they caught the officer who was messenger of Qazi, and they took him to the Sultan. They took him to Sultan within moments. Within moments means within a fraction of seconds. He was caught and brought in front of king, okay, or you can say Sultan Ghiyasuddin Azam Shah. When the officer knelt before the Sultan, knelt means what? To bow, right? With respect. When we want to give respect to elder ones, what we do? In our school also, when you give respect to teachers, or when you give respect to maushis or uncles, whoever, what you say? Good morning, sir. Correct or not? Or you say good morning, teacher, sir, good morning, madam. That is what respect which you give. In same way, officer gives respect to Sultan, and he was trembling with fear. He was so afraid because he was going to tell Sultan that you are called by Qazi and you have to come immediately with me. And so he was very afraid and he was trembling. Trembling means what? He was shivering. Thar thar kapone, correct? Here it is. He was trembling with fear, but he mustered all his courage and explained why he had given the call for azan. Then with shaking hands, he gave the summons to the Sultan. Sultan Ghiyasuddin took it without making any comment. He read the summons and told the soldier to go back to the Qazi. He announced that he would appear in the Qazi's court the next day. Okay. Now when this officer went in front of Sultan Ghiyasuddin, he was trembling. Trembling means what? He was shivering with fear, because he was very much afraid that in between, in odd time or untimely, I gave a call of azan, and now Sultan will be angry on me and he will punish me. In that fear, he was trembling and shaking and shivering. But then Sultan Ghiyasuddin asked him what was the reason for giving azan or for giving the call of azan. Then he told all history to Sultan, and after telling history to Sultan, he gives the summon to the Sultan. Sultan reads the summon. In that notice is given that Qazi has called you because of so and so reason. Now you know it. What reason was there? The widow, the only son of widow was killed while practicing bow and arrow. By whom? By Sultan Ghiyasuddin. So he is called in the Qazi's court. Okay, for what? For justice. So then when he read it, he tells officer to go back to Qazi and give his message that Sultan Ghiyasuddin will be present in the Qazi's court next day. When he will be present in Qazi's court? Next day. Okay. What is there in further then? What is there in the story? The next morning, the Sultan got ready to appear before the Qazi. He hid a sharp sword in his robe and set out. What he does? He has a sword. Sword means what? Choti talwar asti. Correct or not? He hides it in his robe. Robe means what? Kings are having some particular dress, and here something they tie some cloth over here, and in that robe what he does? He hides a sword. Okay. And why he hides? Because he has to safeguard himself. If someone attacks him, he should have something to what we call to protect himself. Okay. So with that sword hidden in the robe, he goes in the Qazi's court. This much is the story till now. Further what is there, that I will explain you in tomorrow's period. Okay. Or I will complete one paragraph we will complete. The courtroom was packed with people. Everyone was eager to see what would happen. The Qazi entered and took his place on the high seat of honor. In a little while, Sultan Ghiyasuddin entered the courtroom. Everyone stood up to show respect to the Sultan, but the Qazi did not get up. The Sultan stood in the docks and the trial began. The widow presented her complaint. The Qazi took note of all the evidence and in the grave voice addressed the Sultan. You are guilty of causing death of the only son of this poor widow. According to the law, you must pay a fine for this offence. I order you to do that without delay. The Sultan accepted the judgment and apologized to the widow. He arranged to pay the fine immediately. The widow felt satisfied that the offence was brought home to the offender. When the case was over, the Qazi got up from his high seat of honor. Respectfully, he bowed to the Sultan and requested him to take his seat. Okay. Now, what happened? When all matter was told by Qazi to Sultan, then Qazi asked him, "Are you ready? Are you ready to accept your offence?" Then Sultan Qiyasuddin says, "Yes, I have done offence. I am ready to pay whatever fine you will tell." So then Qazi is telling that widow has lost her son. For that you will have to pay some fine. If you are ready to pay fine, then it's okay. If you are not ready to pay fine, then we will have some strict action against you. But then Sultan Qiyasuddin gets ready, or he is ready to pay fine. So what he does, he tells that next day morning I will pay whatever fine is there, that fine I will pay immediately. And he says sorry to the widow, correct or not? Because that was happened accidentally, correct or not? He did not do it purposely, because he was a good ruler of Bengal province, correct or not? He never hurted his people of his kingdom. So he accepted his offence, and when he was told to give answer, he accepted everything, and then he was ready to pay fine. So widow was also happy, and then she becomes happy because of what? Qazi has done justice with her, correct or not? Even if offence is done or crime is done by a king of the kingdom, then also he was brought in the Qazi's court and justice was given to the widow. Okay, then what happens further, that we will study in tomorrow's period. Okay, thank you.